Wong, White, high off life. Thinking about fear. I'm going to do a podcast on fear this week. It's what the community wants. That's what they get. Not nasal breathing. That will come later. But fear. It made me think of a Buddhist quote that I really like. About how feelings like fear, anger, jealousy, irritation, resentment, embarrassment, disappointment, rather than being bad news, are actually moments that show us where we're holding back. And if you think about it, yes, we could see these as negative, right? And if we see them as such, of course, what we think up here will reflect here in our bodies. No separation between mind and body. Remember about the vagus nerve? Runs from our brain through our facial muscles, through our voice box, into our heart, into our diaphragm, into our organs. They speak back and forth to each other. Poor feelings in our gut, poor feelings in our mind. If we feel afraid here, I could have you close your eyes, right? Think of something that scares you. Somebody who bothers you. A moment in your life where you felt disappointed. You will feel it physically. Your body will manifest differently. You see people sometimes, they're like this. In their neck. They're hiding their neck. They're shrugging their shoulders. Fear, disappointment, a reflection of what's going on up here. That's why people who have a good posture smile more, radiate a different type of energy. You know you got frequencies from your brain, right? You know you have receptors for them in your heart, right? Don't be worried about these so-called bad events. Learn from them. Recognize them as moments that are teaching us something. When we start to put our minds on the fact that everything that's happening to life, to us in life, is happening for us in life, we will see every single event differently. We will respond to every single event differently. Not just differently, but more powerfully. Why? Don't you remember? If we close our eyes, you think red, you think of that hue of red. Of course, I'm wearing red. It's easy to see the red. But if you looked around I'd see it right now, just thinking about it. What we put our minds on, the reticular activating system, yeah. What we put our mind on in our brains, it will make it easier for us to see. So, if we, Hebb's law here, nerve cells that fire together, wire together, if we believe that these events are all bad events, things that we don't want to happen, then every time they happen, we are going to avoid looking at them, avoid thinking about them. Rather than noticing they're a door into a room of growth, of learning, into possibly a stairway to go further up, to get a better view on everything that's happening, we just run into the wall. How often do you want to keep running into that wall when the door is literally open for you? Life is giving us these opportunities. Recognize them as such. They are opportunities. Opportunities to change. Every single cell in your body is undergoing change at every single moment. There are at least 10,000 damages to your DNA structure on a daily basis. On a daily basis, at least 10,000 times, your DNA is undergoing damage that could possibly lead to cancer. You have cancer in your body right now going on. If you are looking at my food posts, you see a lot of times I'm mentioning certain food have anti-cancerous qualities. This isn't just woo-woo. You look this up. This is straight science, straight facts. What's happening is they activate enzymes within your body that make it that these tumors don't grow. If you get less than 6 hours of sleep, those white blood cells in your body are less that allow you to fight off certain illnesses like cancers. A hormone that actually promotes the growth of tumors is activated when you get less than 6 hours of sleep. Yeah, we have hormones that do these things. There are things in our body. The body is the body is amazing. It's amazing in its defense, but also the way that it can turn against us. I don't want to say amazing because it's quite horrible. Autoimmune diseases, where our body is attacking our body. But maybe there's some connection between our mind and our body. There is. The way we look at these events, again, fear, irritation, jealousy, disappointment, anger, resentment, look at them and say to yourself, would everybody in my situation respond the way that I am to these situations? If I were better, if I wanted to be happy, how would I respond to these situations? In what way would I think differently about them? In what way would I hold myself differently? Or just go ahead and keep running into that wall. But know that that opportunity is going to come over and over and over again in your life. I guarantee it will come over and over and over again. Don't wait until it's too long. Act now. Be love, everybody. And be loved.